Hello world, and welcome to the Forge. In today's episode of 10 Minute Studies, I'd like to go into the scapula. So these bones that you see right here. Yes, if you look at the back of your yes, there's these two triangle-shaped bones. So I'd like to look into how these operate because last time we were able to observe, I were able to see that these actually are the bones that connect to the arms. So yes, I shall begin the study now. Okay. So, just taking a look at some quick reference. Let's see. So it seems like they're blade shaped. They're kind of more like blades, it seems. Blades and triangles. And they're a lot more farther away than the spine than I initially thought. Okay, but this is just only one reference. Here's one that shows its connection. So it seems to connect like that. Bone. And this one seems like a good one. It shows that, yes, it's more of like a flat or rounded blade connected to this. So you can think of it as maybe like a perpendicular, a 90-degree angle triangle. I'm sorry, I haven't learned the name of that because I am currently attending Korean school, so I am sorry about that. But here we go. Let's see, if we zoom out a little bit, I guess I shall create a new layer, hide this one. So, we have these body over here. Okay, let's see. So the skull is up here, so like this, and yes, straight lines. One of many things that require practice. So then it connects to the rib cage. This comes down like so. It might be difficult to see. Maybe bump up the saturation. Maybe all the way. Well, this is educational, right? So I'm trying to learn this, so it should be easy to see for everyone. Not just me, but also everyone watching, if that's fancy. So we have the scapula over here. As you learned last time, it's kind of like a flat thing, more flat than, yes, especially you can see here, it's more flat. And then we have the scapula. So I'll just, for a bit of contrast, over here and something like this. So, so they're more like a triangle that goes about like this. Like so. So something interesting is it seems to reach just a little bit past the scapula, the clavicle. I'm so sorry. So the scapulas seem to reach slightly past the clavicles, which is interesting. And then if we look over here, we can see that that's where it connects to a sort of joint. So I guess I'll do it in a more blue, a minty color. So there's like a place where it enters, and then we have the arms, which are a lot thinner. That's one of the things that I kind of notice a lot with reality nowadays, is that everything's a little like thinner than it seems, like than first glance. Like eyes aren't as big, or anyway, going off point. Anyway, so we have our scapula, and the scapula seems to be okay. Well, this is just the vacuum, so you can see that it goes like this, and it connects to the joints. So, perhaps maybe looking at another angle, and then we can take a look at the muscle groups that surround it. So, maybe over here, we can see that the clavicle, yes, from the front view. So if we were to, that once again, maybe this one could, there we go. So, from here, if we take a front view, well, or maybe we could try lowering the opacity on this, then drawing over it. That could help a little bit, maybe. Make it visible. There we go. This one should be lower. Okay, maybe it's really this. Lower the opacity on this. There we go. So, if we have this, so we'd have the green of this place. There we go. We have the skull, and then I guess we don't really need to show the skull, but anyway, rib cage over here, and then we have the scapula. The scapula seems to be like this. Yes, they're a lot flatter than I guess first intuition. At least my first intuition. Got this color here. Now we have the scapulas. So we can see from here. They do seem to kind of. I'm not sure if this is just from the drawing, but it seems to be a sort of connection to the clavicles. So we seem to bend around the rib cage. Maybe not that too big. So if we have the rib cage over here, then kind of bend in like so, like slightly, and then like that. So it's kind of like it curves around with the rib cage, which I guess makes sense because blacks aren't completely fat. Yes. So then there also seems to be sort of connector here. So from this, I think we can learn that the clavicles and the scapula are actually linked, but the scapula isn't linked to the bone arm, the arm on the bone, I guess. Perhaps it's called the forearm bone? I'm sorry, medical terms. Escape me, even though I have Pike's anatomy book. Anyway, so from this we can learn that the clavicle connects to the scapula, like so, like this. I'm not sure if you can be able to feel that, but yes. There it is. So it connects to the scapula over here, and then that connects to the clavicle connects to the scapula, and the scapula connects to the forearm bone. So I guess now it might be a good time to look into maybe some muscles. So maybe I shall type in muscle. Here we go. So perhaps this could provide a bit of insight. So if we see here, maybe or maybe this one could be. Okay. Not sure which one is the. Maybe something a little more contextual. Sorry. These from the back or the front? Okay. Oh, okay. So we have this should be the clavicle. Clavicle. This should be the scapula. So then over here we can see that this is probably from the front. This is from the back. So we can see here that if we can zoom in on this one and then maybe show a little bit of a thing. So let's move it to more of a red color. I think it might be good. So over here we have the scapula, and the bone is over here. So in this case, it seems the muscles are going in this direction. So we have our insertion point, and then this. So then that means that these muscles can retract in this direction. So like this, like how do I say this? Muscles are like fibers, and then when they pull together, they bunch. So it's loose, and then they become like this, right? I believe is the right, maybe the proper way to do it. Like if you have your arm, then when they kind of go together, they become big. So I think what this shows is that, this is just my guess. I'm still kind of new to anatomy, but we have anatomy and yes, muscles. In this muscle, it seems like this muscle can pull back in this direction, So I think this muscle might allow you to pull your arm back. So if you feel your back right now, you might be able to notice that these muscles are moving. Maybe. This is just my guess, but yeah. If I were to take a guess at what is happening here, that might be it. That this is the muscle that lets you rotate backwards, and these muscles on the front are what let it move forward. So if we also look over here, and then we have this muscle up here, that might be the muscle that helps us move our arms upward. So unfortunately, due to not having a camera, but you'll be able to see, but I'm actually moving my arm up and downward right now. So it does seem to get tense when I lift it up. So these muscles over here, they seem to be the ones that control whether or not how high your muscles are able to go. So this from the front view, that's nice. So we can go over here to our front view and show that. So these muscles over here, these muscles seem to be responsible for pulling it forward, because when these contract, then the ones on the back relax, bringing the arm forward. But then when we have these muscles up here, which are above the scapula, so they kind of rest up here, and they seem to be responsible for maybe lifting our arm upward. So they allow for this kind of motion. So from this, I think we can learn that we are able to do a couple types of motion. So if I show this in maybe like blue, so we can go forward, backward, of course, because no muscle is, usually have counter muscles, but in this case, I'm not sure if maybe muscles are hidden underneath, but at least with this muscle over here, which rests kind of like on the shoulder, we can see that we also have upwards motion as well. So we can go up. It might just be that, due to gravity, there's no need to have a muscle that pulls it downward. In that case, when this muscle relaxes, then it should go downward automatically. So instead of a push and pull like these muscles, it could be kind of like a pull and relax, which is, I think, kind of interesting. Anyway, I guess to recap, is there anything else we want to see? No, I think that's about it. I mean, I'd highly recommend looking at maybe some skin study, because skin, I guess, would go over here like this, and then there'd be a bump here, like this, and from the back, it would be something like that. So yeah, I guess we kind of learned about the shape, the general shape of the scapula, and how its muscles can affect rotation. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today. I hope you. Oh, sorry. Yes, there's the timer.
Find the younger dragon.
I guess that shall conclude today's lesson. So, if you had, I hope you were able to maybe learn something about the scapula. I know I certainly did, but I guess I shall see you next time then. Yes, that's my brother, by the way. He's recently getting into Minecraft. So, anyway, I shall see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, and please enjoy your day if you can. Bye-bye. It's okay, Sally. Bye.